Recording in progress.
All right, so I'm just going to start from scratch. Okay, so what we have done so far, like we discussed about Gen AI, we discussed about the applications and all, and you did perform few experiment related to Gen AI on Copilot, Copilot Studio. But for all these things, we were using internet, right? Now, what if I want to have one coding assistant or an assistant that will help me in doing my homework or assignments, and that assistant should work offline. It should not use internet. How we can do that? So, if you want a assistant that is going to work offline, that means that particular model or that app should be present in your local system, local machine, not deployed on any cloud platform. So we'll try to see how we can create one application, how we can download a particular LLM that is going to help us in doing all these things. I'm just going to start sharing my screen, and I just need a quick confirmation from everyone. Is my screen visible? Yes, no, you can give me a thumbs up. All right, perfect, perfect, perfect. Okay, now what I am going to introduce, there is a platform called Olama. So directly I am taking you to their GitHub page. Olama GitHub that I have searched. I'm just going to share this link also in the chat. I'm sharing this link in the chat. Done. Now, what exactly Olama is? Olama is a platform that provides you some open source model. Open source model means what? The model that is available free of cost, that you can download in your system and you can use it to its extent. There is no limit of tokens. There is no limit of calls. You can use it or you can give the calls how many times you want. So let's come to its readme file. So here, what exactly you will be having? So you have two options. You have download manually, and you have um, this particular command. Okay, you can also copy this command. You can copy this command, and what you can do? Let me just show you. So Windows R you can press, and here you have to write PowerShell. This particular command will run in PowerShell. So you can open this and you can paste this command. For me it is already installed. Okay, it will not get installed again. uh, I'm just pressing it. Okay, so it's downloading again. I have already downloaded it. Then I'll show you what exactly we can do. So I want everyone to execute this particular thing. So do this experiment along with me. Command you will get from this particular site, the link I have already given in the chat. What you have to do, you have to open PowerShell. You can press Windows plus R, Windows key plus R here. And those who are using Mac, you don't need to worry about anything. Directly you can copy this particular link and you can paste it in your terminal, or you also have download manually option. Fine. So it's gonna take 1 or 2 minutes and it will get downloaded, it will get installed. Once everything is done, what we will be doing, for me it was already installed. Let me try one thing. uh, okay, let it be, let it get installed. Okay guys, I'm doing one more thing. I'm just giving this command also. This command you have to run in PowerShell. I'm just giving the command. Command is given in the chat. Downloading and all, it totally depends on the internet connection that you are using. If it is fast, it will get downloaded fast, and it will not take much time for installation. Okay, how many of you are trying along with me? How many of you are trying along with me? Sir, what is the size? Size offline model. If I'm going to talk about the model, I'll show you. I'll show you. Okay, many of the people are trying. Very good. Very good. Size, I'll show you what exactly the size is going to be. Okay, till then it is getting downloaded. Let it be. We will come back to the GitHub page. Okay. Now here, what we will be doing, we will simply go with the models over here and we'll check like what are the different models we have. So previously they used to have all the model list over here. Okay, but as of now we are not getting the model list. So what we will do, we will simply go to the library of Olama. So we will get one option over here. Let me check. Okay, here you go. So olama.com library. So here you can see in library you have got all the models over here. Okay, all the models you have got. Gamma 2, Gamma 3, whatever the model you want to use, you can use from here. And all these models are open source. Okay, or else you can also come here and you can search for your models, what model you want to use. Yes, not all the models you are going to get, but most of the time you will be getting around like tons of model that is getting used for embedding visuals model, reasoning models, all type of models you will be getting. And if I'm going to take, let's say I'm going to take gamma only, I will search for gamma. Okay, I search for gamma. I'm going to choose this one, guys. Okay, I'm going to choose this one. What I will be doing, I will be using lightweight model. Lightweight model means what? That is going to have the size less than a GB, because you have to also install this. Okay, and this particular model is going to take some space in your system. Now if you talk about any of this model from here, like if you can see Gamma 3, the latest one, it is having 3.3 GB. It will occupy this much space in your system, and you can use for text and image both. There is one more model, Gamma 327B. It is having 17 GB of space. It will take this much space in your system. Okay, I'm not saying this will not work in your system. It will work in your system, definitely. It will work. But depending on your system configuration, it will take time to initiate the model, or whenever you're going to ask the model any question, depending on the size of the model and your configuration, your system configuration, it's going to take the time. Okay, what I will recommend, just for the experiment purpose, I want all of you to use this particular model. Okay, and someone was asking me how to see the size. You can see the size here. And whatever you can see over here, like 1B, 4B, 12B, 27B, here B stands for billion. So 1 billion parameters. So this Gamma 3 model has been trained on 1 billion parameters. Gamma 3 4B has been trained on uh, what we can say 4 billion parameters. If you want to use something from OpenAI, you can also search for OpenAI. Okay, or GPT. OpenAI is having the model GPT. Now you can see GPT OSS. All these things are there. Now, if I'm going to look into the size, now you can see these are heavyweights model. GPT-OS 20 billion parameter, 120 billion parameter, and you can see the size 65 GB. And if you talk about one more, very famous model that DeepSeek gives us, DeepSeek. So I'll show you some model of DeepSeek. Now, if you going to look into DeepSeek, DeepSeek is having the heaviest model over here that you can download and you can use. A model trained on 671 billions of parameter and size is 404 GB. I will not recommend to use this particular thing. Okay, now you will say, sir, I have a space, I can download and I can use. Now, guys, just think one thing again. Like, I'm talking about very simple thing of computer science. And whenever we are loading anything, whenever we are working with anything, all the things get loaded into RAM. Now, what is the capacity of your RAM? And let's suppose if you're able to download it and if you're able to run it, but the system that I am using or that you are using, I know you are not using any high-end system. High-end system that you're not having any 100 GBs of RAM and like GPUs and all. Okay, the whatever the student we have like here in this session, max to max the system that you're using, it may be having 32 GB of RAM or 8 GB of graphics, right? GPU. I don't think anyone is doing more than that. But this particular model is going to be, it's not going to support. Your system will start crying. So don't go with this particular thing. What I will recommend, you can go with the 4 to 5 GB wala model. That is going to be more than enough. Fine. So I'm just going over there on Gamma again. If you're going to scroll down, you will be getting the commands. Okay. I want to use this text model. That is a model trained on 1 billion parameter. So olama.run gamma 31b. So I will also give you this command in the chat. Install completed. Very good. Install completed. Fine. Perfect. Perfect. Let's come back to my system. Okay. What I'll do, I'll close it, guys, and simply I will open CMD. You can run in what we can say. You can run in PowerShell also. I'm running here in CMD. Olama run Gamma 3 1B. Now, for the first time, for you people, it's gonna take some time to download. Okay, if the model is not installed in your system, first of all, it will download and install. For me, it was already downloaded. For me, it was already downloaded. Now I can ask few things. Simple, I will start the chatting with hi. I got the response. Just like chat GPT, you're getting the response, right? Let's say ask some coding question. Let's say write a program to calculate factorial of a number. Okay, very simple question. All of you have solved this particular question in first year only. And here you go. And one thing you will notice, whatever the Gen AI tool you're using or whatever the LLM you're using, uh, if you're going to ask that particular tool or the LLM to write program or write the code, by default, it will give you code in Python only. So Python, as we know, Python has been considered the language of AI. So by default, the code you will be getting in Python only. You can also get the code in Java, C, C++. You have to specify that generate the code in Java, generate the code in C++, like that. Okay, fine. So as you can see, like in ChatGPT, when you're going to ask for any particular program, I'm just taking you to the beginning over here. It will give you the program and it will also give you explanation. And the same thing we are getting from this model that we are using, that is Gamma 3 1B. I am using Gamma 3 1B. You are not forced to use the same model. If you want to change the model, let's say you want to use 4B, you can use 4B. Or if you want to use any other model, from here you can see, like you can simply go to the models and you can check. Coin you can use. You can use um Coin is there. Ministral you can use. Granite you can use. Okay, you can explore, guys. You can explore. If you want to use something from DeepSeek, also you can use it from DeepSeek as well. um, what you can use from DeepSeek, those people who want to use something from DeepSeek, so let me take you over there on DeepSeek page. Not this one, this is bit bigger. DeepSeek R1. So in DeepSeek you can go with this one. Okay, so all these models that you have, it is for input, it will take as text only. But in Gamma 3 that we can see, Gamma, you have some models that can also take images as an input. Okay, let's say you want to create some application and where you want to uh, where you want to let's say um, give some image as an input. Let's suppose you want to extract some text from the image, or if you want to identify what are the things in the image, so that time you can use all these particular models. But yes, it will take this much space. Okay, okay, how many of you are able to run? Sir, after run Gamma 3, should I open Olama? No, you don't need to open Olama. So if you are able to run it, that's it. Fine, perfect. Okay, now we are able to run it on command prompt, right? And you can ask anything. Let's say, uh, give me a roadmap to become. I'm just asking a simple question. To become, let's say, AI engineer in. I'm just giving some timeline also. Let's say 3 months. 3 months. Here you go. It is going to create a roadmap. Phase one, week one to week four, what you can do. It is also giving you some, resources also. You can see Code Academy, Data Camp. So I hope all of you have heard about all these platforms. Now, output may take some time. It totally depends on the, system configuration. I am using a very low end system right now. The system that I was say laptop because without GPUs and all. Fine. So all right. So we are getting the output. It is generating the result and all. That's fine. How we are going to create application? Okay. Now creating application is okay. Okay. One question from Hers is Olama have audio command system? Yes, it has, but you have to select that particular model. Okay, still downloading. Okay, so for the people who have download using this particular model or any model that you're using for the first time, it's gonna take some time to download. For me, it was already downloaded, so I directly started chatting with the model, right? Fine. Now I would like to take you to the coding part now. Whatever you have done so far, like it was without code over there, like as we talk about GenAI and all. We'll be talking about one more platform, or you can say one framework today for creating GenAI application called LangChain. Okay. Uh, Fine. Let me take you to VS Code first of all. On VS Code, what I have done, I have created one folder. Okay. Let me close it and open it again for you. Okay. Okay. So I have created one folder on desktop, and I can simply open this folder in VS Code. So I will open it in VS Code. I'll open VS Code. Okay, already it has it open. So what I can do, I can also open project folder, right? I can click over here, but it is already open here. I just created one file to just check is everything working fine. So here I try to check, is my file working over here? Am I able to run the codes? Yes, I am able to run the. I can also turn to command prompt, and I'll try the same thing. Python app.py. I'm able to run it, right? Just a second, guys. Just a second. Sorry, guys. I got disconnected because of network. I'm sharing my screen again. Can you please confirm I'm audible? All right. Thanks. Thanks. Okay. What we were discussing. So we need to create one virtual environment, and in that virtual environment, we will be downloading the things that is required. We will be installing the things that is required over here. So first of all, we are going to create a virtual environment. So for that, we are going to use Python. Um, so here Python hyphen m venv that is virtual environment, and here we will give the virtual environment name. Let's say my env, that is my environment. So it is going to create one folder over here. You can see That means one virtual environment has been created. Virtual environment has been created. Now, in this environment, we need to create some files over here, and whatever we will be doing. All right, fine. So we have already created a virtual environment. Now, what we need to do, we need to activate this environment. Once you have created one environment, you need to activate it. So here, if you will go in this folder, you have a script. In a script, you have this particular file. You have to basically run this file. So I'll do the same. What we'll do, so we will simply to activate this, we will be just going to that particular file. Uh, let's say just a second. Yes, my env script. Oops. My env backslash script backslash activate. Done. And what I have done, I have activated the environment. We are in the environment now. Now, what we need to do, first of all, before going ahead, we need to install few things that is required for our project. Okay. For that, what I'll do, I will create a list. So here I'm creating one file. I'm creating one file. Okay, not here, not here. I'll come here. I'll create a file here. Yes. So this file name is going to be, let's say, requirements.txt. I have created a text file that is going to have the requirement. Okay. So our basic requirement for this particular project is going to be, first of all, we need what we need LangChain. So we'll be talking about LangChain. We need python.env. So LangChain is going to be the framework that we'll be using. Python.env is going to be used so that you can use the things from the Python environment. And then we will be using, let's say, IPY kernel. If few things are not installed, that can be installed later on also. We will be using LangChain community. LangChain community. Then let's say we will be having Streamlit. Okay. As of now, I'm just taking it till here. If something is required, I will add and I will install. Okay. I will add it and I will install it. Okay. Just a second. Fine. All right. Now we will be editing the app.py file. Now here, what we will be doing. So first of all, what we are going to do, we are going to create one more file, and this file will name .env. What this file will be having, like, let's suppose if you want to use some API keys and all, so for that time you can use this particular file. You can put all the API keys over here. You don't need to mention in the code file. So you can have all the keys, the project name, all the things over here. Now, what we want to do, we want to create a project using LangChain, and we want it to be tracked also, right? Fine. So what we will be doing over here, first of all, we'll write few things like that is required over here. That is, we will be importing OS. or not here. Let's go to app.py file. I will come back to this file. Import OS, then from .env .env we are going to import load.env load.env. Okay, as of now you can see it is not detecting over here because it is not installed. Fine. Now let's move ahead. Now here we will be including Olama. How we are going to include Olama? So from langchain langchain community. Now as you can see the things are not getting auto completed. What I can do, I can simply come here and I can install this thing. At least this part I can install in this virtual environment, so that we will be getting the things auto completed. To install all these things, what is going to be the command? Pip install -r, that is recursive, and we will mention this file name. So first of all we need to save this file, requirements.txt. Okay, so whatever is not installed will get installed. So okay, so it is asking me to upgrade few things. Fine. So what I'll do, I'll try to upgrade it and I'll try to run it again. You can install all the things one by one, but better to do all the things in one go. Fine. So pip is already upgraded. Now I can run this command again. Pip installed -r requirements.txt. Okay, so no matching distribution. Let me remove it as of now. We can have it later. Just a second. Let me go here. No problem. So I'm just going to remove it as of now. We can install few things later on when it is required. The rest of the things will get installed. Fine. Yes, thanks Manas for the correction. Langchan community G is missing. Okay, I have added. Thanks it. I'm glad guys you are noticing the mistakes. Yes, thanks for letting me know. Aditya, 4 GB RAM will work. I'm not saying it will not work. It will work, but the thing is that your operation may go little slow as compared to people who are using 8 GB RAM laptop or those who are having GPUs. Okay. Okay, so let everything get installed, then we'll go back to the app.py file. No matching distribution found for Langchan community. Okay. I'm not getting that error. Let's see if I'm getting the same error. We'll come back to it. Let me see. For me, it is getting downloaded. Okay. Let me search that particular thing for you. Says is getting this error. What I can do, I can go to Copilot. I can search for this. Okay. Community. I think you are having extra M. I guess. Says. You can try using this particular command. Let me just copy and paste this command for you. Just a second. How to uninstall Olama? So you can go to add or remove option. From there you can uninstall. Okay. From there you can uninstall simply. Okay, I'm closing this window. All right, so I think almost done. Yes, last thing is getting installed, Streamlit, and after that we'll start the coding part. If something is missing out, we'll try to install it later. Okay. I have already installed it. If I'm going to install it again, so it will say that requirement already satisfied. But whatever you need, put all the things over here. Whatever you need. Okay, till it is getting installed, let me take you to this website called Langchain. Okay, I'm closing this thing. I'll take you to Langchain. Okay. Now, what you need to do, guys, you have to come on Langchain and you can sign up over here. Okay. Start building, you can do. So, try Langsmith. Just a second. Start building. So what I got into is smith.langchain.com, right? Um, I'll try to log in. I think I have already logged in with my Google account. Let me check. So I'll tell you again. So I clicked on start building after coming over here on langchain.com. And here you can see few projects are there that I have already tried, and I can see the things like what was the error rate, what the spent I have done. Like you can come here in tracing, and tracing is nothing but checking the usage, right? Checking the usage. All right, now what we will be doing over here, we are going to create one project. Okay, we will be creating one project. So you can come and tracing. First of all, you need to get registered on Langchain. So here you will be having Langsmith. So Langsmith is used to uh, basically observe, evaluate, and deploy the LMS models or the GenAI application. Here I have few projects, but for you I will be creating a new one. The project name, let's say I'm giving MS Elevate, MS Elevate Gen AI. Okay. I have given this name. You can give another name, no problem. So I will remember that I have done this thing. Fine. So let's do one thing. One project has been created. So what we need to do, we need to get the API key. API key we have got. Fine. We have got API key. Let's come in monitoring. In tracing, you can see, okay, this project has been created now. Fine. Dot env, here you will get all these things, guys. This thing you need to copy. Okay. What I am going to do, once you come here in tracing, once you have created this particular project, you need to click on .env, and not this one. We are not using anything from Anthropic. So you are going to simply copy this part. You will be copying this part. You will be copying this part, and you will come where you have to come. You have to come in .env, and you are going to paste it here. So project is there. All right. So all the things you have. So all the things can be tracked from here. And okay, let me check one more thing. Fine. Everything is fine now. Let's go to monitoring. Nothing is there. Yes, fine. So API key, I will keep the API key. Now all the things can be, can be checked from here now. API key, we have to simply come here and we have to paste the API key over here. And don't use my API key, use your own API key. Okay, you can create your own API key. Fine. The things has been done. Whatever we will be doing, everything will get tracked online. Yes, you need internet connection for tracking. This is optional. This is optional. The tracking part is totally optional. Let's come to app.py file. Yes, everything has been installed now. Now Langchain community dot, from Langchain community we will be using one module LLMs, and inside LLMs we need to import, from LLMs we need to import Olama. So for Olama, O is capital. Done. And what we will be doing, we will be also creating some front end and all. So for creating front end, we will be using Streamlit. Streamlit as st, Streamlit as st, and fine. So first of all, what we need to do, we need to load this particular thing, that is .env. Okay. So when we have loaded .env, this particular function, so everything from the environment will get loaded. And again, I'm saying this thing is optional. Okay. The .env, whatever I have mentioned in .env, this thing is optional. If you want to track your projects, so tracking is optional. So how we do the tracking? So let me just write and comment. So let's say Langsmith tracking. If you want, you can skip this line of code that I am going to write over here, or else you can simply keep it, guys, no problem. So from OS environment, from os.environ, we are going to check the variables, what variables we have. So variables I will be copying from here. Let's say Langsmith API key. Okay. Equal to os dot get env, os dot get env, and from get env we will be pasting this thing, Langsmith API key, and few things will get repeated. Okay, if you want it to get tracked, so what you have to do, you can come here and tracing here you can see as it is mentioned true, so you have to also mention as true. I just copied it, I will come back, I can mention it over here, tracing equal to true. And one more thing, so Langton project, the project that we have created, so again os dot environment, so we will be copying the name, so we will see all the things will get tracked over here, is equal to os dot get env, the Langsmith project. So project will name and all will get taken from there, right? And yes, so what we will be doing, one more thing we need to do later on, we will be we will be creating some templates. Okay, we will be creating some templates. Let's say from Langchain core, from Langchain core we are going to, okay, Langchain core dot prompts, we are going to import chat prompt template, chat prompt template to create the prompts and all, right? To create the prompts and all. Fine. I hope everything is making sense till here. And once you are creating the prompt, guys, one thing you have studied in Gen AI part. So everything get parsed, right? So we are also going to import from Langchain core dot output parsers. We are going to import string output parser. Now, why it is important? I'll tell you. In command prompt, when I started using that particular model, I started chatting with that model. So you might have seen some asterisk was coming, some symbols was coming that is not required in the output. So it is going to extract only strings from that particular output, not the extra thing that is not required. Fine. All right, so we can move ahead now. Just a second. Okay, now what we need to do, in LangChain, what we do, we used to create chain like input we are getting from the user, and in which in between model will be interacting with the input and output will get passed. So here, first of all, what we are going to do, we are going to create the prompt template. Prompt template. So prompt template is going to be nothing but let's take the prompt, a variable I am taking, prompt. Name you can give anything. So here we are going to create the object. So prompt is not going to be nothing but the object of this particular class chat from template. So in chat from template, we are going to use one method that is from messages. Okay, it is from message, I guess. Just a second. Okay, I think it might be changed. Now, two things we have to include over here. The first thing is going to be nothing but system part. So we are going to give some, some command to the system. So system s is small, and what command I'm going to give? System, comma, and one simple command. Let's say you are a helpful assistant. Simple command I'm giving. Please respond to the question asked. Okay, please respond to the question asked. Okay, I think extra astrophy is coming up over here. Done. We'll put a comma, and here what we'll do. Now you can see the thing that you're getting in template. What we used to do, human, AI, human, all these things. So what I'm doing over here, I have taken system. Now I will be taking user. Okay, that is human. User. What user is going to do? User is going to simply give the question. User is going to give the question, and this question we will be placing under here in curly braces. So this is the simple format that we use to create the chat prompt template. And okay, this particular thing, guys, it should be wrapped inside a square bracket, that is a list. So here I'm just creating one list. Yes, like this. Fine. So till here we are done. We have created the chat prompt template, and now it is going to be the time where we will try to create the UI part. Okay, we will try to create the UI part. So here we will be using Streamlit for UI. Streamlit framework is going to be used over here. Done. So using this particular object from Streamlit that we have imported. So we have a lot of functions over here. Few things you already know, like related to HTML and all, right? Navigation and all, like JSON, HTML, all the things are over here. So here we will be giving one title, right? Title tag, you can say. Title, let's say my, or you can give a name. Let's say my personal assistant. Okay, title. You can also give any name. Okay, can anyone suggest me a name to the bot? Let's suppose you are creating an assistant. What name you will give to your assistant? Can I get some recommendation? I'll give that particular name. Anyone? Gyan Sagar. Mitra. I'll take this one, Gyan Sagar, from Anurag. Baba Ramdev, wow. Sarvam is already there, but something new I have got over here. So I'll take this from Anurag. Anurag has given one, suggested one name. So I'll come back over here, and I'm going to give the name. Let's say Gyan Sagar. Okay, the name could be. You can give a long name. You can give a short name. Okay. Fine. So title I have given, you can give any other title also. After title, what we need to do, we will be providing one text window. So here it will be input text. We are creating one variable, first of all, input text, and this is going to be nothing but the object of text input. Text input. Okay. In text input, like in input function in Python, you might have seen you have to pass one message. Similarly, what question, let's say, you have in mind. Okay, simple thing. What question you have in your mind. And what we will be doing now, what we'll be doing now, from here we are going to create the LLM. We will be creating the LLM over here. So Olama, what model we will be using? Let's say we'll be using Gamma 3 model. Okay. So we will be creating one object, let's say LLM, and we will be assigning Olama. And here we have to, guys, give the model name. Model name, we can simply come. Can you please explain, repeat this code? Okay, I'll do all the things. I will repeat the things from the scratch, guys. Don't worry about that. Let me just copy the name, guys. So I'm just coming back over here. I'm just copying this name. I want to use this model. And if you want to use this one, you can use this one also. No problem. Um, let's come back over here. Give the model name. Model name I have given. Once the model name you have given, that means you have created one object. Now, once your object is created, let's say you have created one particular model over here. After that, you will be creating the output part. That is nothing but output parser. Output parser. I'm just giving the output parser over here. One object. Now, output parser means what? We have to create one object of this thing. String output parser. Okay. String output parser. So simply I'll create the object of this class, string output parser. Now, three things we have, guys. We have input, we have the prompt over here, we have the LLM, and we have output. Now, going back to the simple computer science, we used to give the input, computer will process it and will give the output. So input will be given from here, LLM is going to process it, that is the brain, you can say, and output is going to parse it, like it is going to simply take out the things from there. Like what type of things it will take out? Nothing but the strings. So here we need to create one chain. Now, what is chain? You can say a basic pipeline. So we give the prompt. So prompt we have created over here, guys, prompt template. So whatever the input we are giving, it will go through this chain. Then we use pipe operator. So pipe operator. Okay, I'm using a new keyboard. I'm not getting the pipe operator. Just a second. Where is the pipe operator? Mm, just a second. Okay. Today I'm using different systems, so on the keyboard I'm not able to find out that particular pipe operator. Yes, it is here. Sorry. So prompt. This pipe operator you will find just above the enter key. Okay. Prompt. Then we will be giving the LLM. Then we will be giving the output parser. So what exactly we have created? We have created nothing but a chain. This is a chain. The next thing we are going to do, we will initiate the chatting over here, like if. input text. If input text, that means if a user is going to enter anything in input. So here what we are going to do, we are going to simply uh, invoke the chain. So chain dot invoke, chain dot invoke. What we need to invoke from here, we need to invoke nothing but question. Okay, and question is going to be nothing but, question is going to be nothing but it's going to be the input text that we will be giving, input text. And yes, this thing should get wrapped inside one thing, that is st dot write, streamlit dot write. Streamlit is going to write this particular, streamlit is going to write this particular thing, st dot write. Fine. So we are almost done. So we need to just check all these things. Once everything is done, we'll try to run the application. Let me just check one thing again. Here I'm just going to save it. This thing is also saved. If something is missing out, we'll try to let it be. So if you're using any Streamlit application, what you need to do, you have to start it with Streamlit, run the application name, the file name, app.py. Let's see, are we able to run the things? Okay, it is asking me to give my email. Let me give my email ID. For the first time, it will ask you to do all these things, and later on, yes, allow the access. Okay. Let me ask something. What is AI? Okay, we need to check few things. Where are we getting the errors? Let me check. Base model init takes one positional argument, but two were given. Okay. Hmm. Everything looks fine. Okay, any one of you able to run this thing? Any one of you? Any one of you, are you able to run this particular application? Okay. Let me try to resolve this. Why I'm getting this particular error? I'll use Copilot only to resolve this error. Okay. And as I have a small code, I can simply give this code. Let's see where we are getting stuck. Let I am getting the above error. This is the code I have used. Okay. Let's try this thing. It is asking to. Okay. Single line change. How can I miss that? I think it only this thing, this particular error we were having. Model equal to gamma 3. I hope it will work now. I'm just going to run the things again, guys. Here we go. Okay, only one single change was required. So what I missed, so I directly put the model name. Here I have to mention model equal to gamma 3. Okay, let's try. Is it working? Just going to ask one question. What is AI? Okay, simple question. Initially it will take some time, but after first output you will get the things in a good pace. All right, so how many of you are able to run this application with me? It's running very good. Okay, here you go. I am getting the answers, guys. I'm getting the answers. Let's also ask for some codes, right? Write a program. Write a program to calculate compound interest. Okay, compound interest. So execution is totally dependent on basically your system configuration. If you will ask me what is my configuration is very low, guys. Very low. I'm using very sastala laptop right now. Uh, so that's why it is running bit slow. But I'm assuming for you guys it's working faster as compared to me. Yes or no? Okay, so I'm able to run this thing. Okay, let it be, do all its work. Now, you one thing you remember, I have already initiated one project over here, right? So are we getting the things tracked? Here you can see I am tracking what is happening with the particular model. I can have the history over here, right? Runnable sequence. I asked this question, got this output. If I am getting the error, I will be also getting the error. Latency, it was 37 seconds. That is huge if you talk about normal. And metadata, this is the metadata, right? Metadata and nothing but uh, the things you have in .env file. Okay, this thing. And we didn't write anything, we are just copied and pasted it, right? The things are pretty simple. Here we go, we got a clean code, guys, right? A clean code and with a proper explanation, and it is running locally. It is running locally. But for tracing, like if you want to trace on all these things, tracing is optional. As I told you, here I am tracing all the things. Tracing is optional. So I'm getting the output. You can see what input user has given, what output model has given, right? All the things can be checked from here. Now, the purpose of using string output parser was, you can see here we were getting what this type of format, right? Latex format, you can say latex format in double asterisk to show the bold characters and all. But here we are getting it as a clean text, right? All right, an explanation also you're getting. Perfect. Clear till here, everyone? Is it clear till here? Are you able to track the things? Okay, I will explain all the things again. If possible, can you share all code files? Yes, it is possible. I will be sharing it here. Um, so what I can do, simply I can create one. What we can say? Okay, let me share the files directly to you over here. I'm just going to. I think you can you will be able to download all the files from here, guys, right? So I'm just going to, sir, this way create rag also. Yes, sir, you can create rag projects also this way. Let me share the files first of all with all of you. I am sharing requirement.txt and app.txt, right? Only this two. Code file I am sharing with you. It got uploaded, guys. You can download from the window, and I'm also sharing that requirement.txt. And I'm not going to share this file, okay? .env, because if I'm going to share, you will be using my API key, right? So I am sharing you this particular thing. The project name you can give on your own. Here I will change this particular API key. I don't want you to make any changes on my project, okay? So I'm just going to share, let's say, 4.env. For API key, I'm changing the API key. You have to mention your API key. And I hope you remember from where you will be getting the API key. Sir, where I can take my own API key, can you please repeat? Sure, I'll repeat. Okay, I'll repeat all the things once, guys. Okay. Is the I just want to understand one thing. Is the flow clear? how you have created, how you are going to create a simple GenAI application. What exactly this Gyan Sagar is? Gyan Sagar is nothing but your own application that is running in your system, right? You can make any, you can give any name, and later on, if you want to deploy, you can also deploy. It will get deployed on a Streamlit. Okay. Streamlit will give you few free deployment, but there will be some time limit. After some time, it will get depreciated. Fine. Let me get a quick yes or no. Uh, can we make our app.py to access its history? Yes, sir. Ha. So very good question, Anurag. That time, what we have to add? Let's suppose here, like we are already tracing in Langsmith, right? But sometime we want our model to also remember the things, for that we will be creating the memory context, right? As of now, I'm not including it, but memory context can be also created for that. Flow is clear, but summarize all the things. Sure, I'm just going to repeat all the things from the scratch, guys. So first of all, what we have done, we have created one folder. Okay, I created one folder on my desktop. You can create anywhere. So I'm just going to show you from the scratch. I created this folder on desktop. I have given it the name GenAI. You can give your own name. Let's say Gyan Sagar. Okay, and that folder I opened in VS Code. In VS Code, I just simply created app.py file, a Python file. You can give any name. I created requirement.txt. In requirement.txt, I have mentioned the things that is required for this project. Only four things were required, and I have utilized all these four things. Now, if you remember, LangChain we are using as a framework. .env to get the things from the environment. Now, let's suppose you are using OpenAPI key, right? OpenAI API key. So you will be mentioning your API key over here itself. Okay. App.py is going to contain all the things that your application is going to have. Now, before moving ahead, what we have done, first of all, we have created one environment. For creating the environment, let me close this thing. For I will repeat the commands over here. Okay. This was the command that I have used. Okay. Let me do one thing. Let me create one more thing over here and not here. Mm, step dot txt. Okay, I have created this file and I will be sharing this file with you guys. Okay, so first of all, what we need to do, we need to create a virtual environment. So for that we'll be writing this thing. Okay, step one. Step two. Step two, we have to activate the environment. Okay, we have to activate the environment, so we'll mention this thing. So whatever the environment name you will be giving in the environment folder, you will have one script folder where you have activate. So you are going to activate it, right? Once it is done, if something is not installed, you are going to install it, and for that you are going to run this particular command: pip installed -r requirements.txt. A few people will ask, can we use UV? You can also use UV. UV is also fine. Okay. Nowadays, people are mostly using UV. Once it is done, then here for me, it asked to upgrade the pip, because this is the, you can say, like a completely new laptop. That's why I was getting all these things. This is optional. Upgrading pip. If it is asking, do upgrade it, right? And finally, you will be running the application. Okay, you will be running the application. To run the application, you need this particular command. Okay. I am sharing this file also. Okay. Steps.txt in the chat. Let me share the file also in the chat. Yes, API key, how to create API key. I'm going to show you. Uh, I have already shared Viral app.py file. Okay, I'm sharing it again. Okay, no problem. Okay, here you go. I have shared the app.py file. Okay, now requirements we have discussed, steps we have discussed, what is going to be. Let's come to the main hero of this particular project, that app.py. Here, I want to track whatever I am doing in my project on Langsmith, on Langchain, you can say. So Langchain is the framework that we are using, but I also want to track all the things. For tracking the projects, we use Langsmith. Okay, how to get the API key? Now, this question will be answered over here. Now, let's say I'm over here in tracing. Okay, here you need to create one project. You need to click on create one project. Project name, let's say I'm giving, let's say Gen AI demo Olama. Okay, simple name I have given. You can give any name. I created the project. Once you have created the project, so let's say one project has been created, you have to come in tracing, guys. Then you will get this option. Once you have created, from here you will get the things. If you are using Anthropic like Claude code and all, so you will be taking the things from here. You can simply copy this thing, this particular part, and you will be pasting where in .env file. This file you have to create on your own. The same thing I have done, I have pasted it. What we need to change over here, we need to change this API key. Okay, we need to change this API key. So how we'll get the API key? Here we have this option, generate API key. I will copy it, and it is free. This platform is completely free. I copied it, and I will come and I will simply paste it. Okay. Here you can see it is already, it has already given you. When you have generated, it has already given you. You can simply copy this part. If you're using OpenAI API, so you have to mention OpenAI API, right? Python and TypeScript, two things you are getting over here. I hope how we are going to create API key is clear. Now let's coming back to the file. First of all, we imported all the things that is required. OS, from OS, we will be importing the environment. We'll be taking the environment. We'll be accessing the things on the environment over here. And to load all the things from the environment, we use .env. So .env, from .env, we are going to load .env. And here we are using Olama. So from Langchain community.llm. So there are different LLMs provided. You have Olama, you have Grok, you have different things, right? So here we are going to simply take Olama from Langchain community.llm. So we imported Olama, and we are going to import Streamlit as ST. Okay. Streamlit we used over here only this part, few lines of code we have written with Streamlit, 1, 2, and 3. That's it, guys, right? So Streamlit will give you a UI to the project. And what we have done, we have simply taken chat prompt template. So we have to create one chat prompt template, like how the things will go. System and user. Okay. For system, we are saying what you are going to do. We are giving some command. You are a helpful assistant. Please respond to the question asked. I can also mention few other things. Let's suppose you are building some application that is related to medical healthcare and all. So you can, I can mention over here, you are a healthcare assistant, guide the patient with the things. And the output that we get, output we don't get always in the proper way, like as you have seen over here. Let me go back to the tracing and this particular project that we have created, and here you can see, if I'm going to see the output now, this output is like this. So this type of language we call it as latex. So you will get these things in what we can say double asterisk and all, right? So we need to pass the output into string. For that, what we have used, we have used string output parser. Okay, we created the prompt template using chat from template class. Then here we initiated the Streamlit framework. We have given the title. This name was suggested by Anurag. You can also give your own name, no problem. We need the text input from the user. We have created one variable text input. Name could be anything, but the function that you need to use is going to be st.textInput. And this is going to be nothing but the question or the text is going to be read by the user from the text window. What question you have in mind, right? Here we are initiating the model, and one mistake I have done, if you remember, I just simply mentioned Olama and Gamma 3. So here we have to mention Olama model. From Olama, which model we are taking? We are taking Gamma 3 1B, right? Then here we are using output parser. Once you have created all the objects, so object prompt has been created, LLM has been created, and output parser has been created. Now we will be creating a chain of it. That is the beauty of LangChain. So prompt is going to have the input right here, the question, right? And we have mentioned the things over here. What basically question here it will be getting. So first of all, the input text, whatever the user is giving, it will go to prompt. Okay, it will be taken as question over here. Here we have mentioned question. User is going to ask the question. This is going to be the question, and that question is getting used here. It will go to the prompt template. Model understand what it need to do, and the processing part is done by the LLM, the model itself, the brain that we are using, the brain of our application, Gamma 3 model. And whatever the output the model is going to give, we want it to be in clean text. So that's why we are using output parser. So everything will get passed over here, and the same output will be getting. Now we have created the objects over here. Now here, if input, if user has given the input, if it is true, if it is not given, that means very simple guys. Connection error, it got disconnected, no problem. So I need to run it again, no problem. So here, if I'm not giving any input, it is false. If I have given an input, I have a hit enter, that means it becomes true. When it becomes true, what will happen? Streamlit is going to initiate this method write. What we are having in write, we are asking the chain to invoke. We are asking the chain to invoke. So chain will get invoked. What chain is having? Chain is having this particular chain, right? Prompt, LLM, and output parser, right? So question is going to be given. Question will get from the input text. So this is going to be the order that will get followed. If I'm going to remove output parser, also you will be getting the output, but string, you won't be getting the output in this particular way that we have got here as a clean text, right? You are getting as a clean text over here. Proper formatting. Otherwise, you will get that asterisk, hyphen, and on all the things. I hope I have explained each and every details. Yes, you can make your own app.py file. My env is required for our project. Yes, yes. Why it is required? Now the thing is that, very good question you have asked. This my env is nothing but a virtual environment that I have mentioned over here. What is going to be there? Here I have given my env. You can give your own name also. It will work. Why we need a virtual environment? Now let's suppose I have created one project right now over here. I have created one project. Now the requirement of this project is different. But tomorrow you are going to create one more project. Requirement would be different. Requirement is what? Let's suppose I am using few things. Let me take you over here. Let's say we I'm going to talk about the versions. For langchain we may have different version. For streamlit we have different version. Or let's say I'm using numpy also. Numpy, in some of the project you need the lower version of numpy. In some of the project you need a higher version of numpy or python version also. In virtual environment we will be having the separate things, like whatever I have installed over here. Whatever I have installed over here, it is limited to this environment only. It will not go out. It will not go out. If I'm going to create one more virtual environment for another project, again I need to install all the things in that environment. So there will be no conflicts between two different things, right? Now let's suppose, just for an example, let's say numpy version, let's say python 3.10 is required for one project. That project is not going to support the latest version of python. So that particular python version will be there only for that project, but your system is going to have different version. If I am going to show you what version I am having, so python hyphen, so we I have 3.143, right? The latest version, you can see the latest, I think it is 1.6 now, it has been launched. But I have this one. Let's suppose the requirement is only 10, not 14. 3.10. So what I need to do, I need to create a virtual environment. So this thing is there in my system. Now if I am not going to create any virtual environment, if I'm going to install all the things directly, so it will get changed for my system, and it may affect for to me to do the things in, to do the changes in other projects. That problem I may face. Okay, taking the next question. Which is better LLMs? Okay, which is better LLMs? Very good question. Now, if I'm going to ask you which is better LLM, or if you're going to ask me, sorry. So LLM which is having or trained on more billions of parameters. Let's say, for example, I'm taking Gamma only. For Gamma 3, 27 billion parameter, but the size of the model is 17 GB. It can take text and image input both. So basically, the best LLM is totally dependent on what is your requirement. What is your requirement? I will take you to one website, guys. And that website name is okay. Yes, artificial analysis, I guess. Yes, here you go. I'm sharing this link of this website. This website will answer this particular question. Okay. So here you can see what is your requirement. Is your requirement a speed? You can go with the latest one. This is all the latest, uh, what we can say, the latest statistics. If your requirement is intelligence, you can go with this particular thing: GPT 5.4, Gemini 3.1, Claudio Opus. If you want the speed, the speed wise, NVIDIA's Nemotron 3 is there. Then you have GPT OSS 120B. It is also there. Okay. And price wise, which one is the highest? This Cloudy Opus is the, charging the most. artificial analysis intelligence index. So based on the intelligence index, this one is there. Coding index, what is your requirement? If your requirement is coding and all, so you can see the highest, you can get the more information on this particular model over here. So I clicked over there, then I am getting this thing, what exactly is the requirement over here. Let me come back. Now open weights and proprietary reasoning by country, right? By country. So US, China. In few days, India will also come in this list. That day is not far. Okay, now the main statistics. Okay, intelligence versus cost. Intelligence versus cost. So cost over here, we can see based on the cost. I This Claudio Opus is the most costly model over here. It is intelligent also, but here you can see intelligence voice Gemini 3.3 is also 3.1 is also doing good, but cost is less. So here also we can compare cost wise intelligence versus output tokens. So basically main idea behind this website is nothing but it will give you a proper statistics. Based on your requirement, you can select what you want to use for your project. Think from on the business level perspective. If you are starting a business, you need a LLM, you need AI agent for your business. You are ready to spend. Now, on what particular model you're going to spend? There are a lot of variety in the market. Which one you're going to use? Okay. Just for example, let's say text to image. We have 119 models in the market right now. For image to video without audio, image to video with audio, VO is there. 19 models are there, right? So all the updates you can get, and this website will be always, up to date. Sir, how I put my API key in it? API key, you have to mention over here in .env file. Here, here. Okay. Most ML is supported with Python. Yes, right, Nirmal. So sometime we have to downgrade the things. Sir, how to create virtual environment in terminal? Jeet, for that I have said, I'm sharing that file again. Okay. Uh, steps.txt. I have created this file, steps.txt. I have shared this file in the chat. You can see. Uh, so the command for creating the virtual environment, here it is. You have to create the virtual environment, you have to activate the environment. Once your environment is activated, you will install all the requirements. Once it is done, you will be creating that application file, then you are going to run that application. If you are using Streamlit, then Streamlit run app.py. Helpful website, yes. I want to activate. I hope you understood from here. Same steps for OpenAI and Claude model, exactly. It's same. Look, here I will show you one thing. I hope this particular window is clear. Simple thing I'll show you. Let's say we have taken this thing, this particular code. I'm going to give this code to Copilot, and in Copilot, I will ask, let's say, change the code to use OpenAI models. Okay, I have just given the code. You don't need to give the entire code. Just for the time being, I'm just showing you. Only two lines will get changed. This line here, you can see what you are using, LangChain OpenAI. Now instead of using LangChain, what you can say, uh, LangChain community directly, you're using LangChain OpenAI and you're using Chat OpenAI, and you have to mention the OpenAI API key also. All the things are same, and here the model you're going to choose, the LLM that we were creating, that LLM we have to change. Rest of the things are same. The model we have mentioned, GPT-4, whatever the model you want, you can use. But the thing is that you need to mention. So this part we are changing, right? Replaced with this. Replace this part, these two lines of code with this two line of code. And this thing you need to mention in .env file. Open AI API key. Okay. Open AI API key. So you may get free credits also from OpenAI API key, but free credits are very limited. If you want to use OpenAI API key, you have to spend minimum $5. Okay, those who are thinking of spending $5 to buy OpenAI API key, when you will be buying the things, guys, please keep one thing in your mind. Don't go with pay as you go option. Okay, don't go with pay as you go option. All right. Perfect. So I think I have answered all the things. All right, guys. So let it till here for the time being, and we will be meeting again at 1 o'clock. Okay, Conda environment and Python environment, it is same, but when it comes to Conda environment, so that time, first of all, Conda need to be installed in your system, and the purpose is going to be same, only the some commands are different. With Conda also you can create environment. Here I have done the same.